Hi friends, welcome back. Today I am making bread with my bread making machine, and I'm going to go step by step on how I do it and show you the results. First I'm going to show you exactly everything that I got with my new bread maker machine for Christmas. Okay, I'm just going to bring you over here, and this is my new bread making machine. I'm still getting used to this. I've only used it a few times, but it has a dispenser here on the top of it for nuts or fruit. You can do light, medium, and dark. I've done dark and I've done medium, and I think everyone prefers the medium. And this is a cup that goes with it. They suggest you use their measuring cups. This is the little mixer that goes inside of it. This is how to, I don't know if you can see this. This is how you get the mixer out of the bread once it's done. So yeah, it cooks right in there. This is a measuring cup. It's 1 tablespoon on one end and a teaspoon on the other. And we have a book, instructions that go with it, how to take care of it, and even some recipes. And one of the recipes for white bread is what I am making today. So, I'm sorry you're moving here. So what I need for ingredients for this are some bread flour. It's Homestyle White Bread Flour by Robin Hood. I have some table salt. I have some special bread machine yeast, especially for the machines. And I have oil, extra virgin olive oil. And other than that, all I need is water. So this thing on top here, sorry for moving you around. You don't need this on here if you don't want it. I'm just going to take it off. There's a little button here that just pops right off. And that way I'll be able to see and smell the bread a little bit better when I'm making it. All right, now to get ready to bake. I am going to put my hair up, of course. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. This was a requested video by one of my subscribers. I don't know if you want your name mentioned, so I will not mention it, but it's a great idea. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to put my apron on. I was almost going to call it a bib. My apron on. It was a gift that I got for Christmas from the Christmas collab that I did with our little gingerbread house, and I love it. I don't need to wear it just for Christmas. I can wear it anytime at all, right? So I'm just going to tie this up and then start measuring out what I need. But first, I need to wash my hands. I've been wanting to do this video for a little while. Now I'm finally able to do it. Okay, I'm just going to set you back here a little bit here. I'm hoping you'll be able to see everything okay. So the recipe that I'm using, like I said, it's in this book. There's a bunch of recipes, and I'm using this one right here. This is basically the same recipe for these two, but one is like, these are 2 different sizes. That's right, I forgot to mention you can make 2 different sizes of bread. You can just do the dough if you want, and then, you know, bake it in the oven, make rolls out of it, or pizza dough, whatever you want. But I am doing the whole shebang, and I'm just gonna make 1 loaf of white homemade bread. So for the bread size, there's 2 different sizes, like I said, either 700 grams or 900 grams, and I'm making the 900 grams So I'm just gonna grab my glasses. Again, I keep forgetting my glasses. Just gonna give them a little polish here, so I can see what I'm doing. I can see what I'm reading. So it says the bread size I'm making is 900 grams. The cooking time is 3 hours. The difference of cooking times between the smaller loaf, the 700 gram loaf, and the 900 gram loaf is only 7 minutes. So for the smaller bread, it's 2 minutes and 53 seconds. And it'll let me know when it's all done. So the ingredients are 330 millimeters of water, and that's warm water, 3 tablespoons of oil, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, oh, and sugar. I need sugar for this also. 3 tablespoons of sugar, 4 cups of bread flour, and 1 teaspoon of yeast. So I need some sugar. I forgot. Okay, you got my sugar. For this recipe, it's important that, or for this machine anyway, I don't know for all of them, but for this machine, you need to add all the liquids first. And the last thing that you add is the yeast. And I'll show you exactly how I do that. But first, the water. So I need, I said 330 milliliters of water. This is a 1 cup measure. So, which is 250 milliliters. So I'll go all the way up to the top for 1 cup and then up to 130 milliliters for right there. So it's almost like a cup and a half or something like that. So some warm water. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to tell you, you can take the pan out and it snaps into place when you're done. And that's it. And I don't know if you can put this in the dishwasher or not, but I don't. I wash it by hand. So first what I need to do is add this so I don't forget. That's the little mixing tool which stays in there while it's baking. Okay, I just found it easier to take this out while I am putting the flour and everything in the pan, because I did it all inside here before and some got down in between, you know, the motor and stuff, and what a smell. It smelled like burnt toast. But I find this much easier and less messy. So this is what we're gonna do, and we don't have to grease this. They say you can rub a little bit of oil on this little thing here if you want to make it easier for that to come out of the bread. But since there's oil in this recipe, I don't find the need for that. So I just need to slip this back on. Slides on, right? There we go. It's gonna be extremely hot when I take it out. So I said 330 milliliters of water, warm water. That goes in first. And I'm not even plugging it in yet until everything is done. There's 1 cup. All right, and pour that in there. And I'm new to this, so I keep reading it to make sure I don't make a mistake. So 3 tablespoons of oil are next. If you're making a recipe with, say, like eggs, that is considered a liquid, so that would go in with the water, oil, butter, whatever you're using. And if you're using butter, use melted butter. Okay, so oil. See how fast I forget? 3 tablespoons of oil. 3 tablespoons. That's the bigger cup, the bigger little container. So 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. All right. So that is everything for the wet ingredients, just the water and oil. Now I will add my bread flour. I did use all-purpose flour before and it turned out fine. I did find the bread was a little bit like dense and heavy, and I don't know if that's because it was not bread flour. So we are going to see. I'm just going to dry out this cup. It says to use this cup, so I'm using this cup. Probably doesn't really matter, but I like following directions. So, one, two, three, and 4. All right. And it's already pre-sifted. This is bread flour, but it is not unbleached flour. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Last time I made it, it was unbleached flour, but it was all purpose. So there we go for the flour. And next, it doesn't matter what order, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And I picked up this salt not long ago, so it's fresh, but salt lasts probably forever, I think. So carefully, that's 1 teaspoon and a half. And that's too much. I'll just dump a little bit of that out. I'm just eyeballing it. All right, and for now, the sugar, which is 3 tablespoons. Just gonna clean out this oil. The one had oil in it. And dry it. And make sure, 3 tablespoons of sugar. One, 2, 3. And then you make a little well here. Just a little hole inside of it. If you can see in there, I'm just making a little dent. And I'm just making a little dent right there, and that's where I'm going to put the yeast. Okay. I need a camera person. It would make it so much easier. So my yeast. And for the yeast, it was 1 teaspoon of yeast. So just 1 teaspoon. put it right in the center. And that's it for the ingredients. Yay! So now we just have to put this in and turn it on. There we go. So it goes right down inside there. If you can see it, I'm not sure. But it's right inside, and then I have to just give it a little turn to snap it into place. You don't want this moving around. I can even do it. Okay. You feel it when it goes in, and you just turn it. And that is not moving anywhere. So this is when I can close it, and then I will plug it in. Just moving things here. I have a spot right here for it. And make sure that it's not underneath the cupboard at all. So I'll just plug it in. One side is larger than the other. Hear the beep? That means it's turned on, and it has automatic settings. This is what I used last time, a medium for 3 minutes, but I'm not putting any nuts in it. And this here button is for the nuts, and I'll just shut that off. And if I want it longer, I can do that. These are all the different settings that you can use. So medium and no nuts. I don't know if you can see that. It's medium, no nuts for 3 hours. All I have to do now is, there you go. Can you hear it? All right. I'm going to take you off the tripod and show you what it looks like inside. Okay, here it is, and you can see better. I'm hoping that says no nuts for 3 hours. And there's a menu right up here. This is the window. I don't know if you can see very good, but you might be able to see in there a little bit better as it's mixing. I'm hoping. And it's easy as that. So all I have to do now is wait for 3 hours, but there are settings in here if I want to stop it after the dough is done, like I said before, and use the dough like to make whatever else, like pizza dough or biscuits or rolls or whatever. You can use whatever recipe and just make it work with this machine, which is really, really great. But I'm going to let it do everything itself, and I'm going to show you when it comes for me to take it out, how I remove that little mixer inside and what it looks like. I'll even get Fred to cut a slice. Alrighty, here's a little update. There's 1 hour, 7 minutes left, and as you can see here, it's baking. It's starting to bake now. It's risen quite high, as you can see. Very, very high. There's a little bit of the leftover, like a little bit of flour for when it was mixing itself. That's okay. It's not hurting anything. So very shortly, another hour, it'll be done. A little hour, 6 minutes or whatever, and then I'll show you when I take it out and take it out of the actual container, and then when it's cooled enough, I'll show you when Fred cuts a slice of it. Okay, the bread is done. I just unplugged it, and it's risen up really nice. It does look really light on the end here, but that has been the case every time I made bread. That's been the case. There we go. Look at that. Whew. Beautiful. It risen so nice, and might have risen just, I think I put a touch too much water in it this time. My measurements were off a little. So maybe that's why it's bigger. I don't know. But it's done. So now I'm just going to take it out of the container very carefully. I'm actually going to use this here to just lift it up so I don't touch anything hot. And just hold it. Give it a twist. And out she comes, just like that. Beauty, look at that. Oh, if you could smell it. So I'm just going to set it right down here. And pop it out. Comes out really nicely. See, it is darker inside. Whew, beauty. Look at that. It looks so good. And there's the little end piece that I need to dig out. This is what we're having for supper tonight. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to pull this out of here as nice as I can. Oh, it smells so good, and it's still quite warm. But as far as I know, this is how you use the tool. If not, I don't know, but this is what I'm going to do. It does tear the end of the bread a little bit, but it can't be helped. This is how I do it. It just pulls out just like that, see? And it's very hot. And I could just poke that back right in there like that. So I'm just gonna let this little piece cool for a bit because, like I said, this is very, very hot. So I'm just gonna let this cool a little bit more. And I think it looks really good. I think I'm gonna have a cup of tea and a slice or two of this bread for supper. Something very light. And I think Fred's going to make like a roast beef sandwich with this bread for supper tonight. He's probably going to have onions on it and cheese and I don't know what else. But that's what's for supper tonight. We can make a whole meal out of this, but we're not going to. This can last probably 3 days. We save plastic bags from bread bags and we store it that way. We can store it in the fridge or on the counter, I think, for like 2-3 days. It'll be gone before then, but yeah, Fred's gonna toast his. He always toasts his bread, and I'm just gonna have it sliced just like this with a little bit of butter, maybe some strawberry jam on it. I can't wait. I can't wait. So when Fred's ready and the bread's ready, it's gonna come in and slice it and show you what it looks like inside. We're back, everyone, and there's Fred. Say hi to everybody.
How you doing?
And he is about to slice into the bread.
Yep.
It's gonna move it over to a cutting board And hopefully everything is okay. It's still a bit warm, but he's expert at slicing bread, so I let him do it. And this is what it looks like. Beautiful, look at that.
Good there.
Very nice.
Nice, come out good.
Is it still
Nice and
very warm?
Oh, yeah, come out good.
Still quite warm.
Yeah.
Let's see how perfectly he can slice it. And he's gonna toast his, right there?
Yeah.
He's gonna slice up his sections where he wants, and he'll make mine probably, I don't know, about the same size. He likes the ends, don't you, dear?
Yeah.
Perfect. So you're gonna make a sandwich out of that. You're gonna toast it up and make a sandwich out of that.
Yeah.
What kind of sandwich?
Brisket with cheese and onions.
Okay, I thought it was like a roast beef, but it's brisket.
Yeah, it's roast beef.
Yep, but brisket part of it.
Yeah.
And cheese and
onions, pepper, salt and pepper.
Sounds good.
All the good stuff. You know.
Sounds good. I'm just gonna have basic bread and, you know, with a little bit of butter and strawberry jam.
Yeah.
And a cup of tea, of course.
Yeah.
Need my cup of tea. Well, thank you for slicing that, dear.
Anytime.
Excellent.
Thank you for making it.
What?
Thank you for making it.
Oh, you're welcome. I can do it so easy, you know, every day if I wanted to.
Yeah.
It saves the back.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for being here with Fred and I today as I make some bread from the bread machine. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, friends, thank you for watching and stay safe. Bye. I can see your elbow.
Oh, right there.
It's okay. You could be in here too with me if you like, but you know, you're just seeing your elbow.
Oh, okay.
That was funny. You can stand right there or whatever. I'll edit this out. Okay.
Sure.